Hello, welcome to the new devlog for the upcoming indie game Dagger Dynasty. Today we will be showing you the spells I have added. Now, as you can see, there's quite a few of them. Now, when the game is fully out, you're going to be selecting a set number of spells, like before the game itself begins. This is just here for testing purposes. First things first, we have Pyroblast. Shoots out a bolt of fire at the enemy. Now, as you can see, rather than a separate bar with mana or magicka, the spells in Dagger Dynasty are going to draw on the same physical energy that you rely on for running, sprinting, etc. Now, I believe I explained this in a previous devlog. Rather than using all your stamina, waiting for 5 minutes for it to regenerate, the stamina system in Dagger Dynasty works on an exhaustion system where your stamina refills instantly. However, the more stamina you use, the more consequences there will be. So if there are some very powerful higher level spells, however, there are consequences if you cast them without the necessary amount of energy. Alrighty, now the second spell we have is Blade Veil. Now, as you can see, he's dealing a bit of damage to me. However, once I cast this, that damage will be greatly reduced, halved in fact. Alrighty, now I will be showing off Storm Strike. As you can see with the lesser level spells, they don't cost as much stamina, however, in turn they do in fact do less damage. Alrighty, next we have Rejuvenation, where you can see it decreases our stamina, however it does in fact increase our health. We then have the Flame Burst spell. Does a bit more damage, covers a larger area. And we have Dreadlord's Grasp, which does quite a bit of damage for its level, however you need to be fairly close to use it. The graphic was a little fast there because I think it was literally inside his chest, so let's just do that again. There we go. Now we have Astral Lance. Probably as far as the damaging spells go, I think it's one of the better ones for its level. Alright, next up we have an interesting one. This one is Nocturne. Now, to demonstrate this, let's enable a sight. Now, as you can see, this green circle is sight, and you can't see me if I'm in there. However, if I walk in the sound radius, then it can still hear me. So if an enemy is in the area of Nocturne, it will be blinded. Yeah. Right, next we have Boardlock. Works similar to Nocturne, except any creature within the radius will be unable to move. Unfortunately, after it wears off, they can in fact move. Now, you might notice that was a bit brief, same with the Nocturne spell. This is just for testing purposes because the final time for some of these are going to be at up to 30 seconds and a minute, and I don't think you guys want to sit here for that. Now we have Phantom Cloak. Works similar because a bit slower because I use too much stamina. Hides me from sight. However, he can still hear me, and once he hears you, he will begin following you. But if I were... So, that is in fact a problem. However, if I were to attack, you can see that the spell immediately ends. First we have Astral Vortex. Next we have Ethereal Armor. Now probably the greatest weakness of mages is that they are unable to wear armor. However, with this, their armor will automatically go to pretty high, like even higher than if they were just wearing light armor. This in combination with Blade Veil means they're going to be pretty tanky if they're willing to spend the stamina. Alright, these are the biggest spells. First we have Storm Surge. Then we have Abyssal Dread, forcing a large number of enemies to flee within a certain radius. Finally, we have Avoid Exile, which just straight up, no matter how much health the enemy has, it just sort of locks them in the circle. Now, while they're like this, you can't like damage them, give or take any of their loot. However, it's still a pretty good way to get out of a pinch if you're fighting an enemy that you have no business fighting. Alrighty, that's all for today. Thank you all for watching. Subscribe if you would like to stay updated with more devlogs.